Hello there! This is your friend Robato, and once again we're gonna talk about Miss Universe. This is a tradition here at Robato Views that before anyone else, I introduce first our very own representative to Miss Universe pageant. I want the universe to know more about our own bet, which is, for this year, it's Michelle Dee. This is an overall impression of Michelle as a Miss Universe candidate from the viewpoint of someone who didn't choose her to be our representative in the first place. For those who might not like this, please skip the video and wait for the next one. Kidding aside, I want all of you to stay there, of course. So, let's see. Since 2010, Venus Ra won 4th runner-up. There are quite 2 or 3 candidates who were unpopular to the Filipino viewing public, or to the Filipino pageant fans as a whole. Some of them became so unpopular because of their own mediocre performances. Michelle, on the other hand, was a little bit unpopular because she was pitted against someone who was as strong as her, and very charming at that. And that's Pauline Amelings. Pauline Amelings, who placed 2nd, would represent the Philippines to Miss Supranational. But we're going to talk about Pauline's journey to the Supranational crown next time. At this point, we're going to talk about Michelle Dee as our representative to the universe, and how that one unpopular candidate has won the hearts of so many, including me, right after the finals, or right after the coronation. Who is Michelle Dee? Miss Universe Philippines 2023 was a little bit controversial. There were some problems or technical problems within the program. There were announcements that should not have been made earlier. There were instant changes, and so on and so forth. Now, basically, as someone who chose Pauline for the universe, I do not think there was cheating. I don't think the judges there would be swayed by anyone to give more points for some candidates. I don't think they would be pleased to be informed of such cruel decision, that you should give this title to this girl. So, so change the scores, whether it will be published or not, just change the scores and just... I don't think there is something like that. But of course, because of those controversies, because of those changes, we cannot really blame the supporters of other candidates to claim that there were some irregularities during that night. Actually, the fight until now is still raging between the fans of Pauline and fans of Michelle. I think we should stop the bickering. We should stop this internet insults and the likes, Michelle won. For those who were pro-Michelle, the mere fact that she won should have made you, contented. Well, don't mind them. Just don't mind those who are bashing. The crown is yours. Actually, at this point, the crown is ours. Michelle is fighting not just for you, but for the rest of us. For all of us Filipinos. So we should unite and just, cheer for Michelle's fight for the 5th crown for the Philippines. Ganon. Let me continue my stand on Michelle, that she gave a superb performance during that night. I was surprised. The moving images of her in the gown, her sachet on stage in her swimsuit, her calmness, and fairly good answers to the question and answer, the spontaneity, that deep modulated voice that could surprisingly add some magic to her, winning the Miss Universe crown. Because of that, not many pageant candidates, particularly at Miss Universe, speak that way. So, yun, she gave a great performance as a whole. Her asymmetrical gown that was made by Baumgartner, is it Mark Baumgartner, was a fun to watch, not just because of that gown, but because of the way she delivered her, or the way she executed her gown. I thought it was her own style. It was original. But actually it was not. They have admitted that it was actually Melanie's, her mom, Melanie Marquez. For those who haven't known it yet, her mother was Miss International 1979, Mimilani Marquez. And she is well loved by the Filipinos. She was a supermodel. She was an actress. She was really beautiful. Everyone was so proud of her. And she is still loved by the majority of Pinoys, or maybe by all Filipinos until now. So they are mother and daughter. And even if they have admitted that it's Michelle's tribute to her mom, it's the way Melanie presented herself during those supermodel years. She was the famous babaeng bakla during those years. That she could do whatever she wants, and everybody wouldn't dare say that, oh my God, she was too much, she was over, she was exaggerating everything, she was not good, everything was praising her because everyone loved her. So that bold move during the gown competition of Michelle Dee was really inherited from her mom. So we can say that it's still Michelle's, it's still hers, because anyway it's her mom's. It is very unique. No one have done that, I think, except maybe Pebbles the Asses back in the 1980s, when she turned like that as well, but she was turning around. I think the hand movements were the same. It's just that Pebbles the Asses were like looking for something behind her gown as she turns around 180 degrees. I could still remember it because I've been a pageant aficionado since I was young. So I'm not really a pageant expert. I'm not trying to be a pageant expert. I'm just a pageant fan who happens to have viewers who watch me all the time. And I'm very lucky because some of you have been there for almost 6 years now, because I started vlogging during Maxine Medina's days. That was my first pageant vlog. Maxine Medina. I was talking about Maxine Medina. I was forecasting that Maxine Medina would win. And I was right. So that's it. My career boomed. Career. So that started it all. My guess was right. Not my prediction. I don't predict. My guess was right. And that made Robato. That's the start of my, my vlogging days. My vlogging career. And salamat for those you continue to support me, even though we are not really full-time in the pageant vlogging world, because I have a bigger channel, and that's my lifestyle reality channel, Robatology. So much about that. Let's continue with Michelle. I think Michelle was deserving of the best in gowns sash. Others might have better gowns. They could win, but I think Michelle could also win it, and she won it. I think she was very elegant. I think she looked so expensive that she epitomizes a precious gem that shines brightly during the finals night. Ganun. So I chose Pauline because of her preliminary performances. I think she did better. But during that night, I don't think there's no question. Michelle deserved it. Pauline could win it based on her preliminary performances, but during that night, I think Michelle deserves the crown to represent the Philippines. Of course, there are some things that I don't like until now. The charismatic look, the facial expression, the changes in the face to convey different emotions. I haven't seen it yet kay Michelle. So she should, I think, add that to her list. Or her, how do you say this? Trainers. They should consider it. Because now it's only smile and not smiling. Pout. The eyes do not change. So wala yung ganon, wala yung malaki, wala yung maliit na maliit, wala yung parang nagmamakaawa or humihingi ng you know, whatever. I don't see that yet. And I believe that's needed. You have to mesmerize, not just the audience, but the judges. You have to magnetize them. Pasensya na kami mga aso. We are in the Philippines. Madaming aso. The biggest factor, by the way, why Michelle Dee is now more loved than before is that those images of her with her two brothers, two special brothers, are all over the internet. It's even on TikTok. The life that she has right now, the responsibility, the love that she gives to her brothers. For our international viewers, she has two autistic brothers. They're not the usual autistic human beings that we see. They are in their 30s, and they are her half-siblings. So it's really hard, it's really very difficult. That's why the sympathy goes towards her. And she could bring that to the judges' table during the Miss Universe pageant. You know, taking care of grown-up autistic siblings is not that easy. Plus, her parents, I think, had been in accidents. I'm not sure about that, but I heard about it. So let's pray for Michelle to be stronger, and that's an amazing journey. She was able to triumph over 30 other girls to win the Miss Universe crown. You know, the most sought after crown in every country. Nakuha niya. She was able to get it amidst all those problems. So she's very courageous, and we should applaud that. I think Michelle would give a tough competition on the Miss Universe stage. She looks statuesque. When she answers, she's very calm. She's very relaxed. She knows how to project. We all saw that. A lot of things to train, but I'm sure she can do it. She's got a great body. She's beautiful. It's our first time to send a candidate who looks like a mixture of, she has this, how do you say this, Eastern Asia beauty, a mixture of Korean, Chinese, Japanese, tapos mixed pa with Filipino beauty. I think that would be an edge. You know why? Because pageant fans worldwide are always excited to know who our representative would be. Our local pageant, the Miss Universe Philippines, is watched not just by Pinoys, but by pageant fans worldwide. I'm sure about that. As we do with Venezuela, we're always excited to know, oh my God, who will be the next Miss Venezuela? Oh my God, who will be the next Miss Puerto Rico or Miss Colombia? Who will be the next Miss India and Thailand? And they're also like that. We are powerhouse when it comes to Miss Universe, or in the beauty pageant world at that, or beauty pageant universe. It can never be denied that they're very curious to find out as early as possible who would give their best a tough competition. Michelle might have a lot of fans now, foreign fans, and maybe she has also a lot of non-fans from other countries. But it's natural. So I think that distinct aura, compared to our previous candidates who are very Filipina and a few mestizas, would be one of her arms to destroy other candidates. One of these days, we're gonna talk about other candidates. We're gonna talk about the front runners for Miss Universe. Sorry, I can't talk about Pilipinas anymore because it's very late. So next time again, let's just concentrate on Miss Universe candidates. I hate to say this, but I think she should never, ever wear a wig again. Maybe some extensions here and there, but not really the full, that long wavy hair. Na, bigla na lang bumubulaga, like, during the local competition. She was in a short hair, then after that, in a while, the next event, she would be coming out in that wig, and that's, that doesn't make any sense, That's not good at all. It's so fake. It's so risky to do that again at Miss Universe stage. So kung maikli-maikli na lang, or kung itataas siya, di yun, nakataas, well-coiffed bun, should I say, is okay, but longer than shorter than longer, that's not good. For me. So she should fire her stylist if she would encourage her to do that again or to wear that again. I don't know what they were thinking when they did that. I mean, bakit kay Michelle yung long hair? I mean, it suits her. The long hair suits her. But if it's long hair, then it's long hair. If it's short hair, then it's short hair. Don't come out in different hairstyles every now and then. I mean, you can wear fake hair. You can fake it, but not so obvious fake. You know what I mean? Not so obvious fake. I would prefer that hair for Michelle. Not long, but not too short as well. I think we have never had a Miss Universe winner with that kind of hair. So in general, Michelle is almost complete. Just a little training with facial expression, with the modeling. More fierce, I think, and more body power like what P has done. Or, Miriam Kembal did during the 1999's pageant. Yun, may konting more force, more pressure, more solid punches, and that's it. She could give a good fight there. Plus her advocacy. I think with the right words, emotions, tone, and the perfect delivery, she could give a tearjerker presentation during the closed-door interview. She has a wonderful story to tell, to share with the world. And she's for autism, she's for education. I think that would be good weapons to conquer the Miss Universe stage. If you have something to say about Michelle Dee and her journey to the Miss Universe crown, please don't hesitate to comment down your insight or your opinion. And for our foreign friends, don't worry, we're going to talk about your candidate, as soon as possible. So, arigatou gozaimasu. This is from Nevada, and see you again.